Hi everybody, this is Rose of Sharon and I'm back again with another book review. I just read Vicki Peterson's Taste of the Night, which is the second sign of the Zodiac. I'm not certain. Oh, Scent of Shadows is actually the first one that she wrote. Touch of Twilight is the third, and City of Souls is the fourth. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into getting the third and the fourth, because the second sign of the Zodiac actually ends on quite the cliffhanger. And it is a paranormal thriller that reads as if it were an espionage novel. And there are lots of elements within it that are really quite intriguing, very interesting in and of itself. Of course, you have the Zodiacs themselves, and I'm not going to get into the Zodiacs, but main character, of course, she goes by the surname Archer, so you can probably figure out what her Zodiac is. She's a Sagittarian. I'm not really sure what else I can say without giving away too much plot point, but at its basest essence, it is about light versus shadow, and Olivia Archer, she is half shadow herself, so it lends itself to that paranormal realm, the supernatural in that, and there's quite a bit about that goes on. And I gotta read the other books because I had never read anything about, oh, it's Joanna Archer, excuse me. Yeah, not Olivia. Olivia's another character within the book. She's different from Joanna. But there are some characters that interact with each other. They have one chapter that would be narrated by Joanna, one chapter that would be narrated by another character that's important within the crux of the story. But I'm actually going to read a little bit on the back because it describes it a little bit better than what I can, because there's a lot going on. Equal parts light and shadow, Joanna Archer must fulfill a destiny she never wanted. Once a photographer and heiress to a casino fortune, she is now dedicated to the cause of good, but susceptible to the seductions of evil. Boy, yeah, that's an understatement. As a deadly virus is descending on Las Vegas, a terrifying plague unleashed by the powerful overlord of the Zodiac's dark side, Joanna's father, imagine that. Chaos and panic grips in the city. See, it takes place in Vegas, so that makes it even more intriguing. And the plague, you figure out what the plague is, and you think, yeah, that makes sense for Vegas. As agents of light fall prey to the terrifying epidemic, death reigns supreme. Joanna stands at dead center of an epic and terrible war. She must first conquer the malevolence that grows around her and the shadow within herself. That other part of it's a battle of just her. She fights against her own nature, so it's very, very intriguing. I like the psychology of Peterson I guess Pedersen. I'm not sure how to pronounce that surname now that I look at it. It looks like Pedersen or Pedersen, I guess, is the right way to pronounce her last name. But I enjoyed it, and I'm hoping I can actually read more at some point. But I won't go into too much detail, because if I do, it will ruin the story. And it's a hearty little book, actually. And it's it's 400 plus pages. It's 400, if I'm looking right now at how many pages in total. It's 440, so it's reading as your typical fantasy novel, honestly. That's about all I have to say about it, honestly, to be frank. And I did enjoy it. It was outstanding. And hopefully I will be able to read the remainder of the series, because with the way that Vicky left it, it's begging for a sequel. Really seriously, I thought, what's going to happen now? I need to know what happens to Joanna and all the other characters that are involved in this crazy, epic, apocalyptic dance between light and shadow. And it's just your typical good versus evil, of course, but on a vaster scale. This is on a universal, astronomical, epic, incredible scale that just does not equate to anything. Well, I guess you could say it does equate to things here on our plane, if you think about it. Only if you're awake to really notice such items. Well, I should say items. Elements. I should say elements. Elements makes more sense. Such elements that are at play within just what we see in the natural and what I view in the supernatural is far more than I ever can express through my vocabulary, because a lot of what I do experience I cannot even put to words, though I try, because it's different. It's something that is not tangible, it's not tactile, and it's not empirical, so the data just isn't there, and there really isn't anything to measure, so that makes it more difficult. Plus, her realm, it deals with a lot of the phantasmic part of the other side, I should say, that and quantum physics, quantum mechanics. It deals with that as well. And I thought, ooh, we're delving into something I really love, that I just absolutely adore, and I can't understand a lick of it, even though I try, much to my detriment and hurting my head in the process. But that's all I gotta say. So until next time, live long, prosper, Jonesity.